not to flex or anything, but that short went 105%.
Nice.
I mean, you just need one of those trades, right? Like you just wait for that one good trade and you could have your day finished.
That's right. All that and scalping's
Patience, timing,
great. Yeah, scalping's
man.
great. It's fun, but shit, man, I'm trying to perfect those 3 to 5 awesome trades a week
Mhm. You
where
mean
I
like
get in
swings?
them. Yeah,
Hmm.
and maybe they're scalps, in crypto, like maybe like I mean, like that one level, I can't remember which one it was. I mean, even this right here, like the EQ that I've been kind of pointing out, and I've been saying for 6 weeks, I'm like, hey, it's coming up to here, and it's gonna minimally have a big move down, right?
Hmm.
At least to the lows that created it. But I mean, like even taking like these trades, you're looking at 7%. Say if you got in early there, like there's 5 or 6%, like, and then you saw that right there and took that to here, like
Right.
that's like almost 3%. Those all this little crap in here, like it's great. Don't get me wrong. I like a 0.5% and 1%, and 1.5 and all that. But personally, I'd rather catch this move down and be like, all right, cool. Like I just got 5%, and let me do it the right way. And let me see. Just trying to get it to snap to the right. There we go. So I could say 5% in 12 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah. Thank you. I'll take my 5% in a half a day.
Right.
You
That's
know what I
amazing.
mean?
That's incredible.
Or, like coming in and catching like just any one of these larger moves, I mean, a couple percent. I don't want sub 1%. I'll take them, but I don't take them on the position sizes that I take trades that I'm like, oh, I'm confident in this. You know what I mean? Like I'm confident this is gonna hold, and it comes
Definitely.
up and it takes these lows out. I'm taking profits at all these lows right in here. When I start losing the highs that got me down to that, I'm like thinking about closing. And the more of those highs that I take out, I'm like, yeah, yeah. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna let this do what it's gonna do, see what it's gonna like, how it's gonna develop. It unfolds, and then ultimately, like we were just talking about, look what happens. It comes down and does exactly what we were talking about. You know what I mean? That's the difference between micro time frames and high time frames. Yeah, I closed my long and small profits, just to get out of it. And then I'm thinking about, I think I'm going to go ahead and take some profits and remove risk off of this. I especially will if it closes above. All right, so we got this whole thing that we've been talking about, Maddie. We're talking about the rows of liquidity here.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the those are the these are the two areas that I'm really like looking at, right? Like this is my first warning sign if it starts coming back up and closing above. Now, I don't mean warning sign is to say that, oh, it's mooning from here. I'm just saying, is it going to breach higher up into this range? Is it going to show me more weakness than it's moved down? So I can do this. I can pull. Pretty confident that this was the low. Can even pull there. Yeah. See, you see how this one lines up with that low, that creation low right there. I want to see this thing either reject off of that or right around here. And I'm pretty sure it will, but it matters like what does it lose or hold after that, right? Because it's not always about the first step. It's really about like, it's easy to predict what it's going to do, but what is it going to do after what it does? I know that sounds really convoluted, but you see that inside bar right there on the weekly? Yeah. That's what it's trying to close above. It's definitely a little concerning because, like I've been saying, while I think that that daily move was going to come up and reject off of the daily EQ, which is right here, and come down, we can't lose sight of the weekly. I don't think it's as important as the daily in crypto right now, but this is a pretty cool part right here. So this weekly EQ lines up with the daily high relevant breakup structure, whereas the weekly 25% is what it literally just hit, which also lines up with the daily EQ. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that right there is, I mean, it's pretty hard to deny the relevance in that. Those two things combined together, man, they're powerful. I think, I really think they are. You see what I do see though? Like, even on this, I know I'm looking at a daily, but I still call this a 4-hour uptrend.
Because it never
On
closed.
yeah, and on the daily, I look at it as like, internal or minor structure.
Right.
Like, look right here, we have this high, and then this swept that, right? This was that high on that next one, and look how long it fought that.
And it's
Never,
still
yeah, it never closed above it like it did
going.
this one. You know what I mean? Like here we had, for instance, this one close above, move up, pull back, obviously, right? This one we have a high, wick comes down, but it doesn't come down quite as aggressive as this one does, right? Bunch of like
Right.
wicks trying to move up,
It's one
and then
clean one.
so it does, and then it never closes above this high after 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts on the daily. And this is the most aggressive move down that we've seen after a failure to a close above a high.
Right.
You know,
This is pretty aggressive. And that sweep up top.
Let's look at the 4-hour. Measure a couple things. Need to get rid of some stuff. I'm gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. We can. All right. So if we have our 4-hour range, this is our 4-hour low and our 4-hour high. We're in a 4-hour uptrend, but like I said, our 4-hour uptrend before, and this is why I say it's 4-hour uptrend. I think this is important. Looking at it on the 4-hour, we have a high, a move down, right? Like a pullback, a high and a pullback, a high and a pullback, a little quicker of a high, and then a pullback, and then a little high. But it's like you can see it losing steam. You know what I mean? It's not this. It's not like boom, pullback, boom,
Yeah,
pullback.
that's a good way to look at it.
It's like boom, pullback, boom, pullback, boom, pullback, boom, pullback, boom. You know what I mean? Like you can see it, like just losing steam, and that's why I leave a little bit of space for trading intuitively. I guess is just to look at things in that way. I feel that if you don't, you'll miss a lot personally.